Rise and shine, everybody. Huh? Zach? Marshall? Birdie? Uncle Fungus? Where is everybody? Come on, guys. We're gonna miss the migration. They left without me. They do this every year. Why? Doesn't anyone love me? Is there anyone who cares about Sid the Sloth? All right, I'll just go myself. Ah, sick! Hey, wide body, curve it next time. Oh, jeez. Oh, yuck.
I can't believe it. Fresh wild greens. Frank, where did you ever? Go ahead, dig in. A dandelion. I thought the frost wiped them all out. All but one.
Oh, this just makes me so, oh, yuck. This has definitely not been my day-to-day. You know what I'm saying, buddy? What a mess. You rhinos have tiny brains. Did you know that? It's just a fact. No offense. You probably didn't even know what I'm talking about. Yummo, a dandelion. Must be the last one of the season.
Carl, easy, Frank. He ruined our salad.
My mistake. That was my mistake. Let me take care of this. What is this? Pine cones. Oh my goodness. They're my favorite. Delicious. That's good eating, but don't let me hold them all up. Here, you have some tasty, isn't it? Bon appetit.
Oh, that's such a good scene. Oh my gosh. No, I do love that scene though. I can see it playing out completely, frame for frame. I knew exactly what was happening. I remember it so well. The way he like shakes his foot and eats the pine cone with like his fingers. Oh my gosh, stop. Well, welcome back to Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even say where it was from. That is from Ice Age
number 1.
The first one. The first one. So Ice Age. Yep. The second one is awesome. Don't even.
No, it's not.
It is so good. Rewatch it. So good. I love the second one, even though it stars Queen Latifah. It's so good either way.
You mean the Equalizer?
Oh.
I love the Equalizer. Lay off the Equalizer. I love that show.
Well, anyways, welcome back to yet another episode of Bump That, episode 92. If you don't know who we are, we've got Brian in this corner.
The last melon. Oh.
We've got KT in this corner. And I am Ileana, your host, and we are siblings who have a love for all things nerdy, video games, movies, and TV shows, and decided to talk about it on the internet with all of you people, and here you are listening. So, welcome. We have a lot of trailers to talk about this week. Brian's got them all lined up for us, and he also has a very fun chunk for us today talking about Rings of Power and why people hated it so much or disliked it. Maybe hate's too strong. Disliked, or call it a fan fiction. So stay tuned for that because we definitely disagree. So that's later in the show. But first, we'll start with some news. We have trailers galore. Let's go through some quick reviews. Indiana Jones 5 trailer. We get the title, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. What do you guys think?
So much to unpack from that trailer. I know there's been already a ton of response videos to it, but I mean, for the most part, the response has been very positive. I think people are very excited about the film. They're excited to see Harrison Ford come back. Me personally, I was like, yes, this is what I want. You have Sala in the trailer. He returns from his last appearance in Last Crusade. Looks like Harrison Ford still hasn't skipped a beat. The sound already, they're at the end of the trailer when he's swinging the whip, you hear like this awesome crack of the whip too, and then all these guns being pulled, and it's just like, oh, good sound.
Okay, but did you guys get a hint or like a taste of the Mario movie like trailer from the way the music was going?
the same,
But that's
like,
the style.
It was
Yeah.
the same thing. The same, like, they have it going slowly in the background, and then it crescendos in the
That
end.
has been going out since Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Age of Ultron was because they did No Strings on Me from Pinocchio. Ever since then, every big tentpole blockbuster film, like Jurassic Park, they did the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
ding, ding, ding,
Ding,
ding.
ding.
They all do it now. It's kind of
Yeah.
the bit,
Oh,
you know.
I
Because
hate
like
it. I
it
hate it so
completely
much.
because I guess the Mario movie is still like fresh in memory that I was like, hey, Mario movie did that, and then the same thing with this one.
Yeah.
It sounded very, very similar, but the trailer looked awesome, completely awesome. I'm a fan already.
Lots of action. You have de-aged Harrison Ford too going on.
I thought
Yeah,
it
like-
looked really good, actually. I was
Yeah.
a little nervous, but I thought it looked pretty good.
You know, people already were like, "Oh, it seems like there's a bunch of CGI." I think it's not the CGI. There's a ton of it. I think it's just how realistic cameras have gotten. They've been able
Yeah.
to really, make high resolution. But no, I'm excited. It looks really good. Even Phoebe Waller-Bridge, I'm excited to see what her character is all about. She's the goddaughter of Indiana Jones, apparently, in the story. So, and there's already a lot of like, well, what are they looking at? Is it a time travel movie? Is Indiana Jones like?
Well, that's
have to
what
go
it
back
kind of
in
looked
time
like. It
and-
was like a portal or something, or some like jet stream, or I don't know. Did you catch that?
See. No, I heard something. They were talking about how he back in World War II, he like set like a new time difference, and now
Yeah.
I don't know, but I
Like
mean,
a new
I-
timeline.
yeah, and now the Nazis are going to return to modern day America or something like that.
Wow, that would be interesting.
But I don't want to quibble and make up, because to me I feel like all those rumors, they ruin movies. You ask all these punk guys that like the new Star Wars trilogies, they're like, oh yeah, Rey is Obi-Wan's daughter, and they just go back, that's all they focused on. They were like, well, who the heck is Rey? Oh, it's Obi-Wan's daughter, blah blah blah. Like, it doesn't matter. Just shut up and watch the movie, all right, when it comes out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Don't try to analyze too much. Try to
Yeah.
nitpick everything so that you're getting the whole movie before you, or the whole
What,
plot before you
you're
watch
just
it.
trying to be right because you just want to like, oh yeah, I knew that was gonna happen, my prediction was true.
Yeah.
No, nobody cares if you're right or wrong about the movie. Okay,
Yeah,
Just go
you
see it.
tell him, Brian. You tell him.
so all these white boys though, seriously, like, calm the f down, bro.
Yeah,
Can we
they're
say
like,
that on this show? Can we say that?
According to the way the whip crackled in that last frame, we can assume that was the original. Like, shut up! No one freaking cares for your analysis and your whatever. Shush!
Yeah,
Save it till afterwards.
In fact,
You
honestly,
neckbeard.
when this episode is done, if you want to YouTube Harrison Ford, he was a guest on Conan like a few years back, and like somebody in the audience asked him, Mr. Ford, in the original trilogy, your whip was like blah 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 of what material? And I'm not even gonna spoil his response, so just check it out because it's great.
He's probably like, I don't even know. Like, what?
No, it's even better than
Even
that.
better than that.
Yeah.
That's like that's one of those art things that, like, I went to art school, and that's one of those things that the teachers and professors always wanted to be like, everything has to have a meaning, and sometimes it's like it doesn't. I liked it because it was cool, and that's why it's in there. That was the only purpose, no other reason than that. But everything has to have a no. I liked it. It was cool. I liked the color. That's why I went with the color, not, oh, it was nature inspired. No! I like green.
Yeah, I can't wait though. I'm very excited.
So then the next trailer that we have to talk about is the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Before we get into that, really quick, because I gotta interject. Right now, as we are recording, the Game Awards are on, and so I'm gonna be interjecting every now and then. Right now, Games for Impact, Interior Night just won, which I don't really know what that means. But really quick, I wanted to run down what's already been announced. Best Family Game, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Christopher Judge won for Best Actor for God of War Ragnarok.
Woohoo! He better had.
He gave the longest speech of all time.
Oh my gosh, no.
Literally, it was the
Well,
longest speech of all time.
he's never won before, has he?
He
for
won.
anything?
He won for the last God of War.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah. Stray won Best Indie. Arcane League of Legends won Best Adaptation. I love that show. That's a great show. There was a Death Stranding 2 trailer, and
What?
it actually looked pretty good.
Yeah,
It looks
the
good.
game looked good to begin with, and then it wasn't. That's the problem.
Yeah, so check out the trailer, and then
With
God of War.
Norman?
Yeah, he's in there. And then God of
Okay.
War Ragnarok won Best Narrative. All right, so
Oh,
that
good,
catches
good,
up.
good.
That catches us up.
Okay.
And all right, please continue.
All right, so we're watching the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer, and there are weird animal people in this one.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, in the trailer, you think that they landed back on, like, Missouri or something? They're, like, in a neighborhood, like a new development, you know? Yeah, they're in a new development, and instead of people coming out to see this giant spaceship, it's a new spaceship, too. I noticed it. It's not their usual spaceship that Quill had. But it's a new one, and instead of people, it's like alien animal people. And I mean, I bust a gut, but the whole trailer is so subdued. It's not as fun as
It
the other.
doesn't get you excited at all.
There was not a lot of jokes. The beginning is like the funniest joke of the film. It just seems very subdued,
Yeah.
which is strange because I remember the last we saw of the Guardians, they were in Thor. No, they had the Christmas episode. Actually, they just did. had the
yeah, did you watch
Christmas.
it?
I did watch it.
I haven't seen
enjoyed
it.
it. I
Okay.
enjoyed it. It's worth your time. But before that, they did. They were in Thor, Love and Thunder. And they have
Yeah.
a small bit in that, like a cameo, extended cameo, and then they had this Christmas special. But the whole trailer just seems so subdued.
Who is the
It's-
director for this one?
James Gunn returning again.
Okay, so he's the
To
one who's
direct.
done the past two.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah,
This is
it's
interesting looking though.
but it just feels. I mean, there at one point we do see Gamora. If you remember Gamora in Endgame, Avengers Endgame, she left. She had died originally because
Yeah.
Thanos killed her. But she's the other timeline. Gamora makes an appearance. So, but it, so she comes in contact with them, and Quill's still sad, and we see some flashbacks to Rocket before he was,
Part of the game.
changed. Yeah, before he was experimented on, and all that. But yeah, it just doesn't seem. It doesn't have those quick jokes like the other films had.
I don't know. I'm not as enthusiastic or excited to see this one, I guess, as much as the other two. Sorry,
No,
Katie's dogs are making a rampage through her bedroom.
Sorry, guys.
But
they're
no,
done.
the other two I was like, oh yeah, those look really good, especially the first one. And this one I'm like, I don't get it. I guess is how I feel about it.
And we do see the new villain that's going to be running the MCU, King the Conqueror. He's going to be in there making appearances. He's in Quantumania too, the Ant-Man film.
I
So,
don't know.
yeah.
I guess that's all we can really say about it now. What was the release date for that one? I didn't see.
Next year sometime.
Next year sometime. Okay. Well, that will be going to theater, correct? Not straight to
Oh,
Disney
yeah.
Plus or anything?
Oh heck no, they can't. That movie has to make at least $1 billion.
Okay, $1 billion bucks.
It better.
All right. Well, then there's that. Now, the one that I mean, I think we keep going down the list of like good or better, good, or like no, better, great, good, worse. Kind of like a movement down, sort of. Because now we have Transformers.
Rise
Why?
of the Beast.
Why is there another Transformers movie? Is there anybody that is dying to watch another Transformers movie?
Wesley is.
He would.
It's a tragedy, but one of his favorite movies is the first Transformers movie.
The first Transformers movie is fine.
I've never seen a single one of them. I always just heard they were like horrible.
No, the
like,
first
really
one
bad.
is absolutely fine. It's no problem. I've only seen the first 3. I saw all those in theaters too.
How many are there?
Oh.
There's at least 5 of them.
So this should be number 6. Or
There's
should
the second one is Revenge of the Fallen. It's so bad. The third one is Dark Side of the Moon.
be.
Then the fourth one is Age of Extinction.
I remember that title.
Those
Yeah.
are the Mark Wahlberg ones, and then the next one is another Mark Wahlberg one. I think I don't know the name of that one. I think that's the most. Oh, then the maybe final Last Night. It's supposed to be like King Arthur. Or something.
All I can think about them is that they had a Linkin Park song, and that's all I know about
Yeah.
them. The New Divide. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all I got from those
Face
movies.
myself against what I would. I change myself. Oh man.
Yeah,
Rest in
Use
peace,
yourself.
Chester. Rest in peace, Chester. Dude
Yes.
was so good.
the world was never the same.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I don't think I'll be watching it. Honestly, I haven't seen the other ones, and I have.
Did
no
you see
care
the
to this
trailer?
one. No.
What?
This is the one trailer I did skip out on. I'm sorry,
Oh my gosh.
but I just don't care about Transformers. It's
supposed-
not for me. Not for me.
Do you guys remember like back in 2000 when they tried to make all these shows CGI and the CGI was god awful?
Yes.
And Beast Wars,
Yes.
yeah, it's what it looks like. Okay, Katie, please
What?
tell us.
Oh yeah,
who's
she's
winning.
freaking out. So who just won
Gosh.
something?
I am the only one that's excited for this.
Is it
So,
Bayonetta?
No, they did announce a Bayonetta game, like Bayonetta Origins.
Oh,
Cereza and the something demon.
So we're gonna get another Bayonetta in 5 years.
well,
Yeah,
no,
for
no, no.
real.
It's a small Bayonetta platformer. Looks like that's coming.
so only
out
3.5 years.
No, it's coming out in February. It's
Push
it's
back
a-
to next year.
Yeah, but what I'm freaking out right now about, I'm trying to. I know I'm the only one that cares, but it's Fire Emblem Engage, which is coming out. excuse me, the beginning of next year, and part of the DLC. Ileana's gonna groan. They have the characters from Fire Emblem Three Houses as paid DLC.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That's one of my
That's
favorite
so
games.
annoying.
Yeah,
That
I
it's
told you.
paid
I told you.
DLC.
I told you that I would be the only one. Yeah. Oh, day one.
No.
Day one.
Nintendo
Also-
is stealing your money, man.
No, I am gladly like, here, take my money.
No.
Also, Baldur's Gate 3, if you're interested, that looked very good. I thought that was
Even
actually
Nintendo's
gonna
got to be like, "What are you doing? We can't take your
know.
money. I'm sorry. We're criminals.
yeah, for
what
real.
are we
Just
doing?
throw
Yeah,
this
right.
one out that them
Yeah.
again.
be. But
Just have it."
if you're interested, Baldur's Gate 3, I actually thought it was Elder Scrolls 6 when I saw the
What the
trailer.
heck
It
is
looked-
Baldur's Gate?
it's a fantasy game.
That's
fantasy
a-
I heard
RPG.
it's a pretty popular game. Baldur's
Never
Gate.
heard of
It
it.
is.
Yeah. No,
Fantasy-
it's with the fantasy nerds. It's up there.
The
Big time.
neckbeards that were talking in the beginning about the
No,
Indiana Jones whip.
don't. Oh,
No, these
no.
are the legit like fantasy nerds
Okay.
that speak Elvish in 3 different dialects. You know, for real.
But yeah, it looked really good. I thought it was Elder Scrolls 6 finally appearing, but it was not. But it still looked really good. Anyway, I'll keep you guys posted.
Well, all right. I
Oh,
think-
please do.
Or not.
Cocaine Bear was the other trailer. It's about a bear that finds cocaine, gets really
Oh
high.
my gosh. See, the thing about that trailer was it looked good. Like in the first 20 seconds of the movie, I was like, this actually looks really frightening. Like a horror film about a bear that like is, eating people. And it's like, he did this cocaine. And I mean, that's a really stupid premise. Even though it's based off of true events. Like, what? But they're like, cocaine falls out of the sky, and then it becomes like a comedy film, and I'm like, never mind, you lost me. I was hoping it would be like this thriller, this bear, he's out of his freaking mind, like he did acid or something, like bath salts, and he's just,
This bear is tripping.
I don't know, that would have been more interesting to me than the actors being like, oh my gosh, it's big. Something stupid like that.
Yeah, it's definitely like a Sharknado-esque
Yeah.
kind of cheesy slasher film.
Yeah, with just a bunch of unnecessary curse words.
So that means that there's gonna be like a dude like, come on, honey. Oh, I'm not sure I'm ready. Oh yeah, you are. Come on.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know if I should. It's just like every horror movie, and then like, I don't know, your parents are in the next room. Don't worry, we'll be quiet.
And then the bear comes through the window. Oh! And then she died and she didn't have a bra on or something, ridiculous like that. And it's like, okay, this is just trash movie that belonged on, Spike TV back in the day or something. So, no.
Spike TV, dang.
Something like that.
That's a callback. Holy cow.
Oh,
dang.
man, I feel old. Cable
Yeah,
television.
that's your first, old... Yeah, I'm impressed, man. Spike TV, goodness.
Because I remember when I was a kid and you guys would watch it late at night, I'd be like, I'm gonna stay up because I'm getting older. And Mom's like, okay. And I would watch TV with you guys. You would have Spike TV on. And I remember that cat being impaled on that fence. And I was like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Spike TV?
Yes.
The only thing we would watch in there is MXC.
No, there was this one show where they did video fails or something, and one of the videos freaked me out because it was this cat that jumped off of something and landed on a one of those spiky fences, and it went through it, and I was like, and I couldn't watch it anymore. It's like, I'm going to bed.
I don't remember that at all.
I remember that completely. I was scarred from that. But anyways, yeah, so Cocaine Bear, not on my radar.
Really quick, before we move on to the rest of the news, I did want to bring up, there was a lot of DCEU news that came out today. So earlier in the week, Gal Gadot, who plays Wonder Woman in the DC films, she was getting excited. She's like, oh, I can't wait to start filming Wonder Woman 3. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait to show that out to you guys. A few weeks ago, we heard that Henry Cavill is leaving The Witcher.
Yep.
He's going to be filming Man of Steel 2, so we're going to get a new Superman. But then James Gunn, who we mentioned earlier as the director of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, he's the new head of the DC film. He's like the Kevin Feige of DC films now. Apparently, they scrapped Wonder Woman 3. That's not happening.
No way.
That's not one. There's no Wonder Woman 3. Which
Why?
I'm
What happened to Gal Gadot, our girl?
And let me finish. We'll get more into it. And then Man of Steel 2 is apparently on the chopping block as well.
What is going on with all of these films?
And then in addition to that, everybody's favorite guy, Jason Momoa, who did the very popular Aquaman. That movie made $1 billion worldwide. They're saying that Aquaman 2 will be the final film for Jason Momoa's Aquaman.
Oh, wow. And they're scrapping all of these movies, but they keep Cocaine Bear?
That's a different studio.
No, I know, but I'm like, these movies are on the chopping block, but Cocaine Bear gets directly whatever.
Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear probably costs $10 million to make easily.
Still a
it's
lot
probably
of
like
money.
a $10 million. It's not. That's not a lot of money when you think. Because here's what's happened. So, Black Adam 2 would probably cost $300 million to make from beginning to end. production, marketing, all that. It probably costs like maybe $300 million. I think globally it's like at 480. So they're like, man, what the heck happened with Black Adam? Why didn't it do better? It had The Rock.
Yeah.
It's a DC. It's a superhero film. What happened? So I think because of that, Warner Brothers is getting scared. They're like, man, we can't do any of these films. Like, remember,
did Shazam 2 ever come out?
that's coming out this year.
Okay, this year. And
Yeah,
I haven't
Shazam-
heard anything about it.
That trailer came out for Shazam 2 a few months ago.
I don't know.
That's already on its way, and then the Flash movie is still on its way. All that, even though they have to put that movie out because that movie costs a ton of money to make.
Ezra Miller.
Yeah, so I mean, apparently
That's gonna bomb. You know it is.
But apparently, Patty Jenkins, she sent in her draft for Wonder Woman 3. She's the director who did the first 2 Wonder Woman films. She finished her draft for Wonder Woman 3, sent it to the studio, to the executives over there to get, like, this is good. What do you guys think? Apparently, they didn't like it. So they're thinking Patty Jenkins is out at DC. Remember, she's supposed to do Rogue Squadron too for Star Wars.
Yeah.
For Disney. That's not on the block at all. So nobody wants to be working with Patty Jenkins right now. But they're like, well, are we going to keep Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman? Because, I mean, goodness sakes. If you guys scrap Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, I mean, you're going to have... Heads are going to be flying because I just don't even know.
Give her a bigger paycheck. Like, one that actually matches her male coworkers.
Yeah, that is a good point.
I'm all for that. For goodness sakes, yes.
I'm saying do that. Let it happen.
But if there's not even going to be a Wonder Woman 3, though. At this point, there's no Wonder Woman 3.
She does such a good job as Wonder Woman. Like, I don't know why they would... What is causing them to scrap the movie?
Well,
is it bad writing? Is it just not a good script?
I think it was the bad script. Then also remember Wonder Woman 1984 or 84
Yeah.
did not do well box office wise. It was... I think a movie cost like maybe $200 million to make. It made like $170 million at the box office globally.
Which is really weird because the first one did so well, and I feel like the second one still had such potential.
It did. It was right in the middle of the pandemic. Like, right in the middle of that one. And it just did not sell for whatever reason.
I had to watch it on Disney Plus. So I didn't even wait. No, not Disney Plus. I'm sorry.
Max? HBO Max?
Yeah, HBO. Yeah, that's where I watched it. I didn't even watch it theater or anything because pandemic. So
yeah.
I guess they lost money from having to put it on streaming services.
Oh, yeah. All right, wait. Katie's got another one. Everybody see Katie's face.
Hold on. All right, so, yeah. Best audio design right now is being announced. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Forbidden West. The winner is... God of War Ragnarok. That's not a surprise, but
Wow.
that's not a surprise at all. Content create. I don't care about that. We just missed a trailer for Diablo 4. I like Diablo 3. I have Diablo 3. I just don't have enough time to spend with it. But Diablo 4 looked pretty good. Game. Best sports game was Gran Turismo 7, and a shocker to me was Splatoon 3 won for best multiplayer. Most anticipated game, Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil 4, Starfield, Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, and the winner is...
Tears of the Kingdom?
Hogwarts.
Tears of the Kingdom?
Tears of the Kingdom!
Tears of the Kingdom!
Wow.
Nice!
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, that did win. Sorry,
Okay.
It did win. Okay. Sorry, so really quick, yeah, multiplayer was Splatoon 3. That was a shocker compared to the other games that were nominated.
Yeah, like Fortnite or something like that.
Yeah. Another world premiere. I don't know what it is yet. It's Horizon Forbidden West. I don't know what this is. Keep talking. I'm going to figure
All
out
right,
what this
so
is.
now we were talking a little bit about Disney Plus, so let's go ahead and move on to that.
Yeah.
Any of you seen Willow on Disney Plus?
I've seen ads for it and maybe some trailers, but I haven't seen it. But I've seen I've heard people talking about it, and they like it so far. They said that the first episode was a little slow, but they liked the direction it was going.
I haven't seen it yet. It's kind of, and what I've been hearing though is kind of the same response that we've been getting with Rings of Power and a bunch of other stuff. Like
it looked
anything,
interesting.
as I don't know, some of these YouTube guys are just okay. Katie's freaking out again. Oh, here we go.
I am. But I mean, you can finish.
Well,
I
spit it
don't-
out, man.
41923. Okay, so really quick, Horizon Burning Shores is coming out April 19th of 2023. Holy moly.
Is that a DLC?
A brand new game or
No, it's a brand new game. The other one
Wow.
left on that's soon.
really fast?
That's really fast. The other
Is
one
it just the same world?
I mean, it's but the other one left on they left it open for another one. So I knew it was coming. I didn't know it'd be
That's
that
really soon. Yeah.
It's really soon. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if they push that date back. I don't think they're gonna keep. to
Yeah,
that,
they're. Ooh, I don't know. They're announcing that pretty early. It's like
Yeah.
this is you just released your other game.
Yeah,
So-
and it looks as though some folks are about to give out another award. So, but I don't know what it is. So go for it.
All right, so I don't think I'll watch Willow. It looks semi-interesting, but I don't know if I'll care too much about it. What I have been watching though is on Netflix. I've been watching Wednesday. I started it.
Dude, yeah,
I started
me
it
too.
literally tonight with Hunter, and it is very good.
Wife and I are through the first episode. We got through that.
It gets
and,
it. We're on
and I
episode
was-
3.
and I was like, I like this. I'm on board. I like the show. Even though this is probably the most CW show I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, very like teenager type.
Riverdale,
Yes.
Pretty Little Liars, junk like that I don't watch.
Yeah.
I don't watch at
But
all.
this one is good. Like I
But
don't know. I don't
I've-
know what makes it different compared to
I-
those ones.
I like Addams Family stuff. Addams Family's great. Yeah, right after that, I started watching Addams Family Values, which is one of my. I love that movie. It's so ridiculous.
So I think my favorite character so far in Wednesday is Thing, the hand. That little hand has so much character and personality. I'm like, the hand is my favorite character so far. I love watching it, and I'm like, it cracks me up whenever he's on, or it is on screen. So far, so good. The show is really good so far. Oh,
Wait.
she freaked out again.
Bayonetta 3 just won Best Action Game, beating out Call of Duty.
Wow.
Yeah. Ah! Okay, there we go.
Katie, have you seen Wednesday yet?
I have not. It's on my list. I don't know. I feel like
It's
past
not for kids.
Halloween.
No.
It's not for kids.
I feel like it's past Halloween. I'm in Christmas mode right now. They released it at the wrong time.
They did. Why did they do that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it
Makes
doesn't. It
no
also doesn't seem
sense.
very Halloween-y to me. Like I get it. Like the Addams Family is very Halloween-y and everything. But this one, it's giving me more just like goth girl more than Halloween vibes.
But it's got monsters in it. And
Yeah.
all that, you know.
I don't know. I could still watch it around the Christmas season and be fine.
Nah. When you think of Addams
Maybe
Family,
like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
when you think of Addams Family, you usually think of Halloween time.
Well, I
Definitely
think
not
that's
Christmas
also
time.
my other problem is that I have not seen anything related to the Addams Family ever.
Ever?
What?
Ever.
Dude.
Bruh.
Oh.
You are missing out.
I know the concept. I know the characters. I know the
Currently-
snaps.
Currently on Netflix, you can watch the original Barry Sonnenfeld Addams Family 1, Addams Family 2, Addams Family Values. Those are must-watch films. They are so good. Christina Ricci is amazing. Angelica Houston, Raul Julia is incredible. Chris Lloyd as Uncle Fester. Enough said.
Christina Ricci is is incredible as Wednesday.
Who,
Adam.
oh my gosh,
Incredible.
what's his name? Something Armistead. He's gonna be Uncle Fester.
Fred Armisen.
Fred Armisen is gonna
Yeah.
be Uncle Fester, and I love that. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
He has not been introduced yet, as of where I'm at right now in like the very beginning of episode 3. But I'm like, oh, I love that guy. I can't wait. So I'm excited to see what he does. But so far so good. I really am enjoying the show and the mystery of all of it. So we're good. We're good. I like the show. The hype, I think, is worth it. They show like one trailer, like showing a lot that goes on, continuing on, and I'm like, oh, that is quite interesting. So I will continue.
Yeah, it's not really my kind of show because it's so like CW-ish. But
Yeah.
I'm liking it.
So Netflix released a show called Winx, and it was based off of the Winx Club TV show and like dolls from when I was a kid. I used to watch the Winx Club. I think it was on CW a long time ago, and they released like, you know, the teenage girl version on Netflix. It was not good. It was so bad, and it like tore me a little bit because it was like, I loved the show of like the pixie girls, fairies and stuff when I was a kid, and then they just made it like gray. They took like all the color away from these characters. And so to see like Wednesday is gray and dreary, it's like, okay, now it makes sense for this type of show to be like that, because it's exactly the same, except the characters are supposed to be like, you know, colorful and blah blah blah, but Wednesday is not, so it works, you know. And the other character, the other girl, her roommate, makes up for like the lack of color. So
Yeah.
perfect. Love it. I'm a fan so
Yeah,
far.
it's a fun show.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what, Splash Mountain is officially closed in 2024?
Well, here's the thing. It's not officially closed. They are remodeling it so that they can turn it into The Princess and the Frog.
Yeah,
So it's going to
Tiana's Place.
reopen, but they're just making it look like Tiana's Place.
Because of the Song of the South thing?
Oh,
Yes.
no, just maybe that's part of it, but...
I didn't know
making it
that
more-
Splash Mountain was part of that Song of the South. Like, because then definitely please remodel that. That movie is blacklisted, like, completely, you know.
Yeah.
Like, we don't talk about that one. Disney's like, that never happened.
Zippity doo dah, more like zippity doo don't.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's fine. Make it Tiana. I don't know what they're going to... Riverboat ride, I guess? Is that how they're going to...
Yeah, and,
tie it
and
in.
how I picture it is you're going to be in the swamp, like, with, what's his name?
Louis?
the,
Lyle?
the
Lyle
Firefly.
Crocodile?
No, the Firefly.
Oh.
Anyway, you'll be going down that, and then
It was
it'll
Ray.
Be like,
His name was Ray.
yes, of course.
He died.
And then you'll be going, spoilers?
That movie is so old.
2009. Anyway, you'll be going on a ride through the swamp, if I had to guess.
But
You'll probably have.
but it's Splash Mountain still, correct?
They'll probably change the name.
But like it'll still, you know,
Yeah, more than likely.
So I wonder how they're gonna do that into like Tiana, because it doesn't seem like anything in that movie has like a cliff
it's
going
like
down.
a long ride. Like I don't know. It could be anything. Okay, so for example,
They're gonna be riding those vehicles that they have in Louisiana that they ride in like the you know, with the big fan in the back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it'll be one of those
Yeah.
Airboats, yeah.
Yeah. Like in the oh my gosh, Magic Kingdom, they also have the dwarves minecart ride. And so that one's really cool, but obviously when you're watching Snow White, there's no minecart ride. But
Yeah,
that's actually
but,
one
like,
of the most fun rides.
A minecart makes sense because usually you think of minecarts, you know, doing this sort of thing. You think of, you know, riding in the bayou. You don't think of like, whoa, whoa.
maybe the actual compartment that you ride in, they'll change that. You know, I mean, because that's due for an update. It's been the same log rides for the past 50 years.
Maybe
Yeah.
it'll be like a lily pad They do bounce on a lot of lily pads.
Maybe, I don't know. And then, wouldn't they ever upgrade or, like, do a revamping of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride? Hasn't that been the same for,
No.
like, 40 years?
No,
Oh,
they've
no,
updated
no.
that.
Yeah,
They've
did.
updated it.
Jack Sparrow
had-
pops up
yeah.
all over the place, and
But it's
they've
the same
made, like,
ride.
It's the same boat ride, but they made what you do, like what you see, more modern. They kept some of the original stuff. But
No, when I
They
went
had,
there,
they had,
Good.
when
they
I
had
went
some
in 20
diversity too.
when I went in 2018, I was like, this looks like a 1970s, like, puppets or something.
Well, yeah.
But they've upgraded it since.
Nah, it still looks
It even
bad.
has transgender people in it now.
Okay.
Trying to hit with the young folk. Woo!
Oh my gosh.
Ah,
guy-
yes, the non-binary pirates, my favorite.
Oh my gosh.
And he's done.
Yes, thank you.
So, moving on. Just in time for Christmas, Joe Pesci reveals that in Home Alone films, he suffered serious pain. Well, I would freaking think so with all the stunts that he did. Woohoo! You know?
The big one that he said in this interview was that during the blow when he the
Yeah, I was about to say,
blowtorch
did his
scene,
head catch on fire?
that he actually did suffer some burns through that scene. You know,
Ouch.
It was a
just bringing
different
it up.
time. Different time for movie making, different laws, and what they could get away with.
Eyebrows, my eyebrows.
What is that? The rejected cartoons?
No, it's-
Boo!
my eyes!
Like,
My eyes, brows.
brows. No, did the other guy ever come and say that he... Well, I can't remember his name.
Dan
but
Stern.
Did he
No,
ever come
he's-
and say that he suffered some injuries as well?
No,
Didn't
his
he get, like-
career suffered injuries, but
Like, didn't he get hit in the head with, like, a bowling ball or something like that?
smash his face with an iron.
Yeah. Shoo.
Drop a bag of tools on his head.
Yeah, oh my gosh. How did they
Shove
make
a
that
nail
happen?
through his foot. So we watched Home Alone the other day as a family, and they're like, Ella cannot handle the nail scene. She's
Aw.
like, she can't even be in the scene because there's like the sound of the nail going through the flesh. You know, you hear it,
Yeah.
and then the pause, and then the
Like, all I can hear in my brain is I can't hear their actual scream. The scream that I hear when I can, like, see them getting injured is Tom from Tom and Jerry's scream.
yeah, it's a good one, Katie.
That was good. No, I think Brian's done a really good one before, too, where it's, like, the really loud, ah, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Gosh.
hearing in my head.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Like
But
that.
man,
Brian's
it's just-
daughters are sleeping, and he just hears
Oh,
screaming from
in Home Alone,
downstairs.
man. In Home Alone, it's just so funny, dude. When he grabs that whole part when he grabs that foot, dude, and he's just staring at his foot and just like,
Oh my goodness. I think everybody needs to do a good scream like that once in a while. Like,
I'm gonna
especially
get I'm gonna get a
teachers.
text in a second. Hey, the kids are sweeping, Brian.
Be like, I'm doing a podcast, woman.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
but every teacher needs to go into some back room and just scream like Tom from Tom and Jerry just once.
it's
Once a
numbered-
semester.
It's a numbered room in the building, and it's just called the screaming room.
And you just
Don't
like
mind me.
you just see Veronica coming out, and you're like, oh, you just screamed? Yeah, it was a good one. Oh, it's my turn now. My class is driving me nuts.
Hey, I got some glass plates you can shatter.
Yeah.
You know, while you're in there. You got
Oh.
a baseball bat?
That was a good thing about the Addams Family Wednesday. The one girl's like, can you sing? And she opens her mouth and like shatters a bunch of glass. Or she was like,
Oh my.
what the heck was that? There was no sound. She said, I made a sound that only dogs can hear.
Keegan Mike, I can never say his name. Keegan Michael Key is about to show off more of the Mario movie.
It's gonna be more piano. Pling, plong,
Oh
pling,
gosh.
plong, pling, plong, plong, plong,
Ah.
pling, plong, pling.
But we're
Green
still
Point
cute.
Yeah.
Adorable.
No, I did not laugh at that. Okay, so moving on. I agree with this, Brian. I do recommend Sebastian Maniscalco's new special on Netflix. One of the best working comedians. I wholeheartedly agree. That man is hysterical.
Did you watch it?
I didn't know there was a new one.
Oh yeah, this is one of his best ones, dude. He
And-
comes in swinging, bro.
I absolutely love all of his specials because the way he works the stage, I think. He owns the stage as one person
He
on
has
this massive
such
stage.
good physical comedy.
Yes, it's so good.
100%.
And his facial expressions, the way he talks about his dad and like the way his face like contorts.
He has so many dad stories. I think we might watch it again. I mean, for sure we're
I've
gonna watch
watched
it again.
I've watched them several times, honestly.
Yeah, 'cause
like if
it's so
someone
good.
says they haven't watched it, I'm like, let's watch it right now. Like together again. Like I don't care if I've heard this joke before. We're doing it again. I'm gonna laugh. So
We watched. I mean, we weren't supposed to stay up late last night. We were supposed to go to bed early. We started it. And we ended up watching the whole thing, bro.
I
It
think
was
I'm gonna do
so funny, and we were just gut busting laughing.
I'm going to a girls' night tomorrow night. And I think I'm gonna recommend. Can we watch this comedy special?
This
'Cause it's
this
good.
one, I will warn you. A lot of his comedy, he probably kind of limits himself to about maybe an F word an episode. This one, he's a little bit more. He
Loose.
probably says like 5-6 F bombs.
Yeah.
So.
So
just-
maybe not one to watch around mom.
But it's
put
like,
the old
Mom,
ones
this
on."
is good. This is ethnic humor. This is us. Like,
Yeah.
this is our family. Forget about it, you know? And
We're not
All right.
Italian.
wait, Katie's horrified and disgusted.
Uh-oh.
I'm
What is-
trying.
The
I have
Mario
my
movie?
I have my volume down. First of all, I'll give you the good thing. I'll tell you, this movie looks beautiful.
Do we
the
get
scenery-
Rosalina?
I hope so. I've been banking on
Rosalina
that.
and the
No,
Lumas.
please. I don't want to hear any
Please.
of that garbage. Don't
Rosalina
say that
and the
name in my
Lumas.
presence again.
Rosalina.
Okay, so what it showed was the Mushroom Kingdom, like the actual like Toad Town or whatever, and there's Animal, the Muppet, is on.
on the
I
stage?
don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why. But
Oh.
anyway,
Hollywood! Hollywood!
Ah!
my volume is down on my TV. I can't really hear what's going on, but I heard a little bit of Chris Pratt's voice.
Oh, is it just
I think-
dry?
Listen, I think he's trying to do a Brooklyn accent.
I'm gonna say no.
It
It's gonna
didn't
be
sound very good.
like cracker dry. Crackers. Eat like
Do you-
saltine crackers.
Honestly, I want to hear. I mean, straight up. Do you think because Chris Pratt doesn't nail the voice of Mario that it's gonna make or break the movie?
No,
It
I think
might.
for me, eventually, I think you'll just ignore it, and then you'll
I
just
think
be paying
it's-
attention to the movie.
I think it's gonna completely take some people out of it. Like the
You think so?
immersion is just gone because it's not Mario.
Do you think like
Well, there's
then
more to Mario than Mario. There's
it's
a lot
almost
more to
like
it.
so just like when the original Sonic came out and we all saw what Sonic looked like and we were all like, good God, what have they done to Sonic? You know?
Oh,
Good
okay,
God,
You know,
pause,
what is
pause,
that
wait,
thing?
They Jeff Keighley just asked Animal, if you had a game, what would you call it? Animal Crossing.
Hilarious.
Wow.
It's so
Brilliant.
stupid.
But would if they were like, man, you know what? Test audiences right now hate Chris Pratt as the voice. We already paid him $6 million for 3 days of work to record the voice.
3 days.
Should we just switch it up? Should we just get
Charles Martinet.
yeah, to do it?
No, they wouldn't. That or like not that they wouldn't, but that would
It's gonna cost us another $6 million.
no. Chris Pratt is the name, and they want the name. That's why they have this cast.
But if they know, it's gonna suck. I mean, otherwise, do they like? You know what? Let's get Al Pacino. He can do a good Brooklyn accent.
No.
Oh yeah.
That won't get the kids in.
Me, Mario. Oh,
They know all the kids know Chris Pratt because he's Star-Lord, because he's Emmett, because he's whatever the Jason guy is in Jurassic World. I can't remember his name.
Jason.
Wow, what's his name?
Owen.
Yeah, I knew it was one of those white guy names. Taylor something. Steven. So,
Wow.
yeah. So, no, they wouldn't ever replace him. They couldn't because it is the name. Like,
But Sonic has a name, and then they ended up replacing him.
And now
with handsome Sonic.
Ugly Sonic. That still cracks me up that they used him in the Chip and Dale movie. And they, zoomed in on the mouth. Oh, the teeth.
I got a random question. Do you guys know who Bear McCreary is? Is that a popular artist these days?
Yes. Bear McCreary does a lot of music for everybody now. Everybody.
Well, he just won for best
Ragnarok?
Score, best score in music for God of War Ragnarok.
Awesome. Yeah. Good for him.
Bear McCreary is up there now. He does all the video game music stuff now, bro.
Good.
Yes.
Awesome.
And movie scores. Yeah, he's all over the place.
So, yeah.
He's like the Michael Giacchino of video game music.
I guess that Katie's updates are Nintendo.
Yeah,
news.
that was it. That was Katie mentioned we were gonna have Nintendo news, so that's what that is.
Yeah, I don't think there's been any other updates other than what's going on right now.
Very small update. You can.
I'm just joking. I'm just busting your balls. Yeah.
Can
we say that? Can we say that?
No, it's fine. I couldn't. You guys cut out for a second. There's a new the new levels for Mario Kart are available.
I heard that.
Which ones? Was that we played a few already?
They just released the new not tiers
DLC levels.
We played New York City and France.
Yeah, the wave.
Those were previous ones. There are newer ones.
Oh, great, sweet, bro.
Yeah, I can't remember which ones are the new ones.
I kept seeing we checked them out.
This one has Peach Gardens in it.
Yeah, the new wave. All right, so there's a lot of ones from actually the DS, and I was like, yes, let's get those old DS ones in there. I loved playing Mario Kart DS. That was such good times, and it doesn't get the love it deserves. So I guess that's it for Nintendo news, except for whatever's breaking news right now. So let's move on to the last news segment of the news. Early reviews of Avatar: Way of Water calling it worth the wait, a visual spectacle. I had no I guess how do you word that? I had no worries, or I knew it was going to happen.
You were not concerned.
Yeah, I had no concerns that it wasn't going to be a visual spectacle. Of course it was. The first one was amazing. So, this one would be.
But how's the story?
So what I've heard is that some people are split on the story. They think the story is as good, if not better, than Avatar 1. And some say that it's not as good as Avatar 1. So
okay,
they're
so
kind of
mixed
split.
reviews.
Yeah. Story-wise, mixed reviews. But across the board, everybody has been like, wow, I'm immersed in Pandora right now.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. I'm excited to see it.
And everybody's like, yeah, in James Cameron we trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Any other updates, Kate?
Not yet. They're doing some world premieres for games, but
nothing interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they look very pretty, but they both say alpha footage subject to change. So they're not doing in-engine footage.
They always do that, though. They pretty much always just show not actual gameplay ever.
So I'm not very interested.
Do you think then that we'll have a...
What, Brian?
No. Do you think that to capitalize on the new movie, there'll be a Super Mario Brothers the movie video game?
No.
That would be
No.
stupid. It's based off of the video game.
But in order to make a buck, they'll be like, "Hey, let's make a video game off the movie, which is based off the game."
No, please,
Um,
no.
they-
That would be
they did-
dumb.
They did announce Hades 2.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and it actually looked really
That one did really well
good.
last year in Game Awards.
Oh yeah.
It won a lot of games. And there's also another game coming out made by the developers of Celeste, if you know what Celeste is.
Yeah.
It looks really good as well.
Awesome.
I've always wanted to get Celeste, but I've been scared to because I know I'll suck at it.
You mean the Queen of Babar?
Yeah.
Babar the elephant?
Babar the elephant is the shiz. I don't want anybody ever talk bad about Babar.
He was
okay?
so soft looking. Like, the way they're all drawn, they look so soft.
Well, elephants are very plush.
They're just so soft looking elephants. Babar was the green one with the crown, right?
He wore a
He
green
had a
suit.
green suit.
Yeah. Not green as in color, sorry. Yeah, he had a green
No,
suit.
he's a gray elephant.
Yeah.
African elephant.
Okay, yeah, Babar. Yeah, he had a son.
Oh, he had a couple kids.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Wow. What a douchebag.
with Celeste.
Oh! Juicy.
Sound like Roger Klotz there or something.
Katie, you're gonna wake up the dogs. My goodness. You guys are out of control. But no, I'll be excited to watch Avatar. And yeah, that concludes the news segment. Onward to the Chunk Zone.
So chunky.
All right, Brian, we are going to be talking about Rings of Power, correct?
Yes. So pretty much I've been on the YouTube just listening to a few of our fellow YouTubers out there and their reviews of Rings of Power. What I noticed was the general consensus from the YouTube community is that Rings of Power is not a great show. Contrary to what we've said on this show, is according to Bump That, we love everybody here, the three of us. We love Rings of Power. We're on board with the show. We love the characters. We love the. I don't think we're totally uncritical of it. I know there's some things we probably change, some beats and everything, but for the most part, we favor the show. But I mean, I've been reading a few of our fellow YouTubers out there. The Critical Drinker calls the writing horrible. Nerdrotic says it's $1 billion disaster. It's an absolute failure. The Aussie Brit, this show broke me. Angry Joe, just worst show. He calls it the worst show ever.
Golly. Worst show ever? Come on.
Media Castle, Rings of Power is a total flop.
Total flop. These people are too critical. I feel like these are neckbeards talking again.
And I don't know, so it's like, yeah, a lot of this is like a lot of male dudes talking about it. And so they're
Male dudes.
and a lot of their they're like, well, if it's like bad fan fiction, that's what they're saying about it.
Oh, Galadriel, your husband. What about Galamdring? How do you explain that in Lord of the Rings?
Gosh, I just wish Galadriel would, pop a smile for us. Shut up.
Yeah, there's a lot
I
of
wish,
that.
I wish
These
Galadriel
guys
would
have been
just open her mouth at
slamming
all. Just open her
Galadriel.
mouth and speak.
No, for real though. I completely.
They've been slamming Galadriel, and like because
Yeah.
they believe that like Rey in Star Wars, she's a Mary Sue, and she can't do anything. There's no room for her character to grow even though I feel like her character does have a lot of growth throughout the story.
It feels like with those types of characters, if they're not showing their boobs or their butt, and they're not in provocative clothing or being scandalous in any way, that they're a strong female character, then they're just boring.
And I don't think she's boring. I think she
No,
has
she's not, but
there
that's
is a
what they think,
ton
I
of
feel
depth
like.
in the character. And she makes mistakes, and I think there's wait till season 2 because, anyways, they're upset. A lot of these YouTube guys are upset that the Tolkien lore, is being ignored completely.
It's so not.
It's corporate storytelling. It's all an Amazon joke. One thing too that I dislike is they call the film too diverse.
The show.
Yes, because there's a black dwarf lady singing.
Yeah. Like, why? Why does it matter? That's never explicitly said in. That's the whole, Ariel isn't black thing again, Ariel's supposed to be white.
The argument that I've heard, especially with the folks that look more like hobbits, they're supposed to be, people that are very tight-knit together. So where are these other colors of people coming from? How do we have such a diverse thing of colors? And my question is, why the heck do you care?
Exactly. Why is it something that you're
matter?
paying attention to?
Yeah. I don't. It bothers me. It bothers me that people are so nitpicky about crap like that they fail to actually watch the show and enjoy it.
Yeah, I won't entertain those types of people and argue with them. It's like you're just sick. That's all it is.
Yeah, and so I know according to our show, we've been very positive about Rings of Power. I'm glad. One thing I'm just going to go right out. I'm very glad that we watched the show. We saw the Black Chief of the Harfoots, and we were like,
yeah.
Okay,
dude,
he's black.
I cried.
Nobody cares.
Spoiler. I was tearing up when he passed away. I was like, what the freak?
I didn't.
Tragic.
I don't know if I cried during that scene. I think it was more happy because he got to see the sunrise. While he passed.
So it's bittersweet.
It was a sweet moment. So I don't think I was as emotional as I would have been if it was a more tragic death. I think it was this is a sweet moment.
What's his name's wife? Excuse me. The dwarf wife. I forgot her name. I'm so sorry. I'm really terrible with names. She was a heavy-hitting character. She was one of my favorite characters. She said what was on her mind. She was right. She's an important part of the show, and I think that you couldn't do it without her. It wouldn't have the same impact.
And I think what the people are nitpicking aren't the correct things to nitpick. I think they're talking about, the lore is incorrect. No, I don't know what you're talking about, where you're getting this from. I know some of the lore, and it seemed all like it was lining up perfectly to me. Maybe they had a little bit of liberty because it wasn't exactly written in Tolkien, he never wrote it, so they're just making it up. Fine, whatever. But I feel like what they need to nitpick more is the production. For me, the thing I can nitpick about the show is that it was a little slow and a little boring at some times, where I might doze off a bit because I'm this is a lot of heavy dialogue and a lot of stale movement. But then you get to the action and it was awesome. That would be my nitpick. I didn't dislike the show at any, it didn't take away from my, viewing or make it this is such a negative thing. It was it was a little bit slow at parts, but I still loved the show. I don't have to say whatever these people are saying where they're just destroying the whole show as an entire thing because of this one thing,
Also, one big thing too that a lot of these YouTube guys, who I respect, and I respect their opinions, even though I don't agree with them, but a lot of them were very, very criticizing heavily how much Sauron, that whole spiel of him running into Galadriel in the middle of the sea, when Sauron is supposed to be doing other stuff, and they just randomly finds Galadriel floating, and they have their whole ordeal on Numenor, and then at the end, they allow Sauron to do like whatever he wants at the end of the story. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, come in here to the Celebrimbor's office, and oh yeah, tell us what to do, human. You know.
Well, what I was thinking about that was he was Sauron. The way I interpret it, he did everything intentionally. I think he intentionally meant to find her on the ocean or whatever it was, in the sea.
Sundering
And,
Seas. Yes.
Yeah, and just play her just out of spite. That seems like something he would do.
But then they're like, well, Galadriel's stupid. If she's supposed to be this awesome, smart character, why is she taking for such a fool? Like, she was looking for Sauron for hundreds of years, if not thousands of years. And then she just happens to run into him and not realize who he is, you know.
So let me answer that with a quote. But they were all of them deceived, for another ring was made.
Ooh.
Deceived.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Yeah,
throwing
okay.
Tolkien back in their face.
Yeah, so the all-knowing Galadriel was deceived. It's, you know...
And it
it's not
clearly
impossible.
it clearly shows that she was very trusting of him. Not at first. She wasn't at first. She was very skeptical of him and then began to trust him through his deceit and lying and whatever. And she was
Well,
like,
then
you know what?
that shows
I
that the
think I could."
character's not perfect then either.
Yeah.
Ooh!
You know? That yeah,
Sorry.
she listened to him. She had faith. She trusted him, and you know, and she got burned by it.
Yeah, eventually she
And so she's gonna
found
learn
out.
from that. She's gonna learn from that. Hopefully, learn
And
from her
becomes,
mistakes.
you know, the Lady of the Woods. She becomes the most, like, wisdom-filled person, and that is through experience. Like, what, you think she was just born with it? No.
Man,
yeah.
we're making some good arguments here, guys. I'm proud of you guys. Then there was a lot of criticism about the writing of the show. Like Ileana said, there's a couple of slow exposition heavy parts. You know, stuff like how did the orcs get a tunnel all the way to the Southlands? Like nobody realized they were doing that. Why do some elves have short hair? Why is there like why is there a Puerto Rican elf? You know.
Pause for station identification. What's his name? Marsden.
James.
No. Brian from Reservoir Dogs was his name.
Michael Madsen?
Yeah, Madsen. Sorry, Marsden. He's on here. I think he's gonna... Oh, Al Pacino was on here earlier. He said, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't see that teleprompter.
Oh, that's so cute. He's so old.
Al is old. He's in his 80s.
Yeah.
He's an old man.
He was the first one to give
That
an
is
award.
so cute. I'd be like, oh, come on, Grandpa. It's okay. Wear your reading glasses.
Grandpa Al. Grandpa Al.
Yeah.
He presented the award to Christopher Judge.
Oh,
Best
that's
Actor.
great. That's pretty
Right,
cool.
yeah, I don't know what Crime Boss Rock, whatever that is, or whatever. It looks like they're doing a premiere for a mob game, and that's maybe why he was on stage. Anyway, please continue.
What was the last thing you were talking about, Brian?
I was talking about the writing and how one thing it was that they don't like how it kind of steals a little bit too from Pete Jackson's trilogy. If it's supposed to be the same thing. They did a lot of
They
criticism.
said they were stealing from Peter Jackson?
Yeah, they
They didn't
Pete
like that?
Jackson.
If
Yeah.
anything, that would make it very cohesive. And I would think that would be a good thing. Because it's, I don't know, is Peter Jackson, was he in favor of the show? Was he on board? Was he...
No, he wasn't on board at all.
Okay.
He didn't really have any.
No, not on board like he was part of the team, but did he have...
No, he wasn't consulting at all on this show.
No, not like that. But did
Oh my
he...
goodness.
approve of it when it was made? Was he like, oh yeah, this was a good show, like, I enjoyed it? Not that he had anything to do with it at all, like writing or whatever, but
I'm
his
not
review.
sure.
Because I don't know what his review of it.
I'm sure on paper or if somebody in it, he's like, oh yeah, it was solid. It was a good show.
Yeah, like if
I
he
don't
did
think, I don't think
he's
he's gonna be like, what the heck have they done? If they give it to me, it would have been a billion times better.
Yeah, like, I don't think he would do that either. But Katie, what do you have to say?
Elden Ring just won Best Role-Playing Game.
Uh.
Player's Voice, Sonic Frontiers, Genshin Impact, Elden Ring, God of War, and Stray. We know it's gonna be God of War.
Yeah.
Which I thought Elden Ring would win RPG. 3, 2, 1. Genshin Impact wins
I
the
thought
Player's
so.
Voice. I don't know what that means, but
maybe
best indie game. Cult of the Lamb, Neon White, Sifu, Stray, Tunic.
Stray, maybe.
Stray wins. So they
Yeah.
won another indie award earlier. Best action adventure game: A Plague Tale: Requiem, God of War: Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Tunic. God of War: Ragnarok. God, I feel so bad for Horizon Forbidden West. They went, best ongoing game: Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact.
Fortnite
Goes to Final Fantasy 14.
What? Ongoing game? Nah.
Yeah.
But going back to Peter Jackson and whatever, I think, they're stealing from the best source other than the book, You're looking at the movies, they're perfect. They are literally so good. Why not use the source material or the way they filmed it, or the, I don't know, the idea of how Peter Jackson did it to recreate something as magical as Lord of the Rings and now Rings of Power. I would be, I guess, proud to be Peter Jackson and be like, yes, they are using the way I did everything. So, I don't know, to say like they're stealing, it's like, come on. They're, boo. Boo, boo you. Mm-mm.
Boo! Boo!
But, I don't know, I can't think of anything else other than to say corporate storytelling, like what? Amazon made it how is it corporate?
Oh, just because they're, they try to make it diverse and, have, I don't know. I don't agree with it. I feel like,
There were no LGBTQ plus characters
Well, no,
or
I
anything.
did think there was. It was indirect. And you can correct me if I'm wrong with this, but is the guy that was watching Isildur, not his friends, but like the other off dude, I can't remember his name. He had curly hair. He was more of like the politician guy. I thought he had a thing for Isildur. That's what it looked looked
No,
like.
they were.
I didn't
They
think
look
so.
like friends. They look
Yeah.
like just buddies.
I didn't get that vibe.
All right. I was sort of
if they
getting
were
that.
wrestling and one thing led to another, I don't think he'd
Okay.
be like.
All right. Yeah. No. So I don't think they're trying to push any agenda. They used diverse characters because why not? There was no point not to.
And like it doesn't bother me. I feel like, remember in Star Wars, the first Star Wars movie, it's all white people. Then Empire Strikes Back, they throw in Billy D. Williams as Lando Calrissian. Did anybody have a problem with Billy D. Williams as Lando Calrissian?
I freaking hope not.
And then later on, if they have Asian characters or Hispanic characters, or excuse me,
Which
Latinx characters,
Which they did in not what's the first one that came out? I always forget.
Force Awakens.
Yeah, Force Awakens. You've got all sorts of different looking characters, and no one bat an eye to it. Like, it was just, all right, these are new characters.
Or is that one reason why the sequels are, disliked for a lot of people.
No, I think it's strictly story writing that those movies are not doing so well or didn't do so well.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm gonna stick up because I really liked Rings of Power. I liked the characters, the
Yes.
actors that they chose were all wonderful. I liked the Hispanic elf. I wasn't like, oh yeah, he came from an island,
Hot
I
Daddy
don't-
Elf? Ooh.
Yeah,
the
but
main guy,
Yeah,
the main elf
I didn't remember
from the
his name.
Southlands.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I wasn't like, oh man, that dude is like south of the border or something. I didn't even cross my mind. Why would I even want to think that? Or whoa, you're telling me that these dwarves have black wives that don't have beards? I just wasn't like that. She's a princess.
and her character was awesome. Just by the way, she was so cool.
All right, yeah, she's in that scene with her husband when he's like has to say no to Elrond.
Yeah.
And then they had the leaf there. He's like, Elrond. It's like, it's such a beautiful scene, man.
Yeah, no, and I love that, like, she was doing stuff for her husband, like, she lied on his behalf just to keep the secret and everything. I was like, that is a good wife. I had no qualms of this biracial, couple. I was like, that doesn't even cross my mind. I don't know why it's such a big deal to people. It's not even a thought that passes through my mind. It was like, this is normal. Maybe because I come from a bi-ethnic family, but it's like, goodness gracious, people, it is 2022. Move the freaking on.
I don't know what people are expecting. I don't know what people are wanting. What do they want in the Rings of Power, a Lord of the Rings show that they didn't get?
Yeah.
They want more of. I mean, did they want more Sauron to be evil and just know who he is the whole time? Just
Maybe they wanted more.
Is that what the bad writing is? Like, oh, that's Sauron right there. That's the bad guy. We know who he is. We don't have to like play around and f around who that is.
You know what? And I'm thinking this. Maybe it didn't succeed as much because it was a female lead, and she wasn't scandalous or promiscuous in any way. And I already said that, but maybe just because strictly it was a female lead, so it didn't draw as much.
Oh!
Who was really before Katie comes in with her big reveal, because she didn't have any, not even that she was promiscuous or anything, but she had no romance with any character.
Right.
She
didn't need it.
She that was not on her mind.
She's always been
all.
a mysterious, get to work type of lady, and there's never been any indication of anything other than that.
So is it that a lot of these guys are just thinking that the only way this woman has value is if she is, is if she's a romantic lead, but if she's
Right.
not, then she's not worth your time.
And I get it. She was a little bland in some points. I will agree to that. But I think that is also the way of the elf in a weird way, that they're not very expressive. They're kind of straight and collected because that is just the way elf culture is. And so
they can take their time because they have all
Yes.
the time in the world.
exactly, so they don't have to be rash or abrasive like a dwarf because they don't have as much time, and that was clearly said to Elrond when he was missing time with he starts with a D and I can't remember his name, the prince.
Oh, Durin. Yeah.
Durin, yeah. So it's like, she's not going to be anything other than that, but she does have her moments where she gets frustrated and angry. She will, talk to them in a stern voice of, I believe this thing and I will hold to it. And this thing needs to get done, so I will see it done, type of thing. And that is her mentality. It's a strong female lead without having to be a smart aleck, without having to be, a wisecrack or anything like that. She's not funny in any way.
Yeah.
She's very serious, to the point, to get something done.
But isn't it almost like kind of like the Luke Skywalker lead? Because if you watch like the original Star Wars trilogy, Luke is not. He doesn't tell jokes.
Right.
He's whining all the time. That's kind of who he is. He doesn't.
You baby whiner baby.
In the the original trilogy, I mean, he thinks his sister's cute, but he's not like, oh, Leia, yummy, or anything like that. Because
Right,
he doesn't know it.
inappropriate.
Yeah, but for the most part, Luke is not interested in like a relationship with anybody. He's just focused on becoming a Jedi and saving the galaxy.
Yeah, there's a goal, and it's to get done, and that's exactly the same thing with Galadriel.
Isn't that very similar to Galadriel, the hero's
Yes.
journey, where
Yes.
she's like, I'm going to go avenge my brother who was killed by Sauron. He's out there somewhere. I'm going to stop at nothing to find out where he is and bring him down. We're going to unite all of Elvendom and humanity in Numenor to find out this guy, even though he's right under my nose, because I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I have a weakness, and maybe it's I trust too much, just like Luke had a weakness that once he found his dad, he was like, I don't want to fight this guy. This is Lord Vader. He was my dad. I don't want to kill him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Katie, what is your big reveal?
This is a shocker, actually. Best game direction was not God of War Ragnarok. It was Elden Ring.
Really?
Elden Ring won for best
Is
game
that
direction.
shocking?
That
is,
is
because
shocking,
that's the-
because Elden
that-
Ring sucks, bro.
Whoa, some strong words there.
And Ragnarok is awesome.
I can see some comments from Chris Fartley or Zapadap
God.
saying, Brian, you're so wrong about
Dude,
it.
I've watched the play views of Elden Ring, and it's just slash. The same monster over and over and over. And look, Ragnarok does the same thing. I've seen it,
Yeah.
Oh, the same.
But they make up
But-
for it with everything else.
But the cutscenes are the greatest things you'll ever see.
And the story, the voice acting, the scenery, everything.
Yeah, everything.
So,
Also,
Katie, go ahead.
Idris Elba is joining Cyberpunk 2077.
As a new DLC character.
Yeah, I guess it's
Yay.
free. It's just extra
An
stuff that they're
add-in,
putting-
yeah.
Yeah, extra content.
Well, do any of you guys have anything else to say about Rings of Power? I think we
can't
pretty
wait
much
for season 2.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward.
I
to
I
can't
think
wait
we
for
pretty
season
much
2.
proved our point and told off the neckbeards like, hey guys, well, I think you might just be misogynist.
You don't know what you're talking about. You haven't even read the Silmarillion.
Yeah, like come on.
I bet you can't even read. You know nothing.
You're not wrong about that one, dude. I do struggle to read, but I think it might be because of my partial dyslexia. So thanks for pointing that one out.
Oh, and you're just jealous that I don't know, but I don't like you.
Yeah. Well, I think that would be our final thoughts on Lord of the Rings. Not Lord of the Rings. Rings of Power. Amazon.
If you
What?
small point, if you stick around for just a little bit, we can get the game of the year thrown in here. It's
Are
about
you
to be
kidding
announced.
me? How long is this gonna take,
I mean,
though?
I guess we don't have to, but it's about to be announced, bro.
Like how
But, I mean,
soon? How
I
about
don't
to be
know,
announced?
Maybe like in 5 minutes. I don't know.
Girl,
bro.
this is the end of the episode.
Okay, well, I guess you guys online listening, you'll have to just figure it out on your own.
Who do you guys think Game of the Year will go to?
God of War. I have a feeling it's gonna go to God of War, which is why the best.
I
game
don't know. It
direction-
just came out, though.
look at all the awards it's won
But,
already.
yeah, but I don't know if it could be Game of the Year. It just came out.
Now, originally, I've been saying that Elden Ring. They're gonna announce it right here. They have to do the music, and then they're gonna.
Do you know who it should go to? Kirby in the Forgotten Lands. Game of the Year, man,
Oh
right
my
there.
goodness.
Kirby. That's who it
There-
should belong to.
There's another trailer for the Mario movie.
Another one.
Uh,
Oh, I'll have to watch these after the show.
Yeah. It's it's a little bit more talky. Oh, they do that kind of shot again.
Do they do the thing again that you hate, Kate, where they're talking and it's not the scene that goes with the voice, the corresponding?
It wouldn't surprise me, but I can't hear them.
That
So-
I love how much you hate that because it cracks me up. I'm like, Katie,
hate
they've
it.
been
Oh
doing
my-
that for ages.
I know they've been doing it for ages, but it's still so bothersome. Now really quick, I have a question for Brian.
Okay.
Do you
Alright.
do you play any Star Wars games?
I did watch the new Jedi Survivor game is coming out. I did watch the play of Fallen Order, and I mean it looked like a decent game, but again it's very much the same of click slash same guys over and over, you know. So I haven't played a Star Wars game in a while. Not since Battlefront 1.
I see.
I do not dabble in the Star Wars games.
Dabble.
I played Rogue Squadron when I was a kid though.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Brian played the crap out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
game's
thought
great.
I thought they were no, they're not bringing it back to Switch Online. Oh, it's the girl that's been doing her homework for like 10 years on the Lo-Fi.
The Lo-Fi girl?
Yeah, Lo-Fi girl. They're doing a commercial with her.
Huh.
Oh, she's in Rocket League?
What?
they're putting her in Rocket League. Oh my god.
The music, I guess?
No, she has her own car.
Why?
And they're putting the music in there.
I mean, I get the music because it's the good stuff, and that's what Rocket League is really good about, or like good for, whatever is the music that they put in.
You know you've made it big when you get your own car in Rocket League.
Rocket
quick,
League, that's a free game to play.
Yeah. I don't know why they're showing so many commercials right now.
I
It makes
know,
me so
just
mad.
get to the game
Come
of
on!
the year. I want to
But,
go to bed.
What I was saying before, which I know it's not really what we were talking about, but I feel so bad for Horizon Forbidden West. They went up. The original Horizon Zero Dawn went up against God of War back in 2018, and I don't think it won anything. God of War won everything that they were in the same categories for. I feel so bad for them. Because those games are so
They keep
deserving.
releasing it at a wrong time, man.
Well, but it's also, they're sabotaging their own selves because they're both made by Sony. Those are Sony exclusives.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you do that?
Your release dates, bro.
Yeah. Okay, so they're back on, and they, of course, the Game Awards orchestra has to play all the music from
All the games.
Yeah.
The ones that are
and-
nominated, correct? Only those ones.
Yes, only
Yeah.
the ones that are nominated. Also, Reggie Fils-Aimé, you know that you're a boss when you don't even work for Nintendo anymore.
And you're still there, man.
And he announced best game direction.
It was
and
Bowser
not
there?
only
Doug
that-
Bowser?
Doug Bowser was there. He's got the awards for
Okay.
whatever we got. But Doug Bowser also had a little enamel pin of himself.
That's so cute. I'm glad that Reggie is still around, though, because everybody's like, Reggie, my man, you've been with us for so long. Like, we're still getting to know Doug. It's been, 2 years now? Katie, remind us the games that are being
That are
up for,
nominated for
Game of the Year, yes.
Game of the Year. If they don't announce it in like 2 minutes, we're gonna.
I'm
bounce,
calling it.
man. We're gonna bounce.
Mm-hmm.
Because now they're doing a trailer for freaking Final Fantasy 16. Holy moly! Okay,
Can
but
they
let
stop
me-
making Final Fantasy games? Like, just stop. Change it to a different name.
Of the year nominees. All right. Stray, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which has not won a single mother flippin' thing. A Plague Tale Requiem, I don't think has won anything either. Elden Ring, Horizon Forbidden West, and God of War Ragnarok. My
It's
money's
funny.
on. Oh, go for it.
I said it's funny because when Elden Ring came out during the summer, everybody was like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be Elden Ring, like for sure, Elden Ring, yeah, like that's
For
gonna be it
sure,
right there."
like, no joke.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I was saying, definitely. But
I don't
still
know now.
I just
It's
don't
definitely
know.
not gonna be Stray. Like, yeah, it was a good game, but did you guys see Video Game Donkey's review of that game? It was so funny.
No. Oh my god.
You guys ever watch his stuff?
Did we what?
Do you guys ever watch his stuff, Video Game Donkey?
Yes.
He is so funny. Cracks me up. All right, they have 15 seconds to release this thing, and I'm ending the episode.
Yeah, it's not happening, dog. It's not happening. So, just,
Oh, what a
yeah.
cliffhanger. You
It's
guys
a
hung out for this
cliffhanger.
time, and you still won't know, even though this video will come out, and you guys will know, but listening to it, we don't know, so... All right.
Oh, well, let's make our quick predictions and see if we're right later.
I'm gonna say it's God of War.
I'm gonna say
Elden Ring.
Tetris.
Tetris. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to this week's episode of Bump That. We've got Brian in this corner.
And the Game Award goes to Tetris.
And we've got Katie in this corner.
Boy.
And I'm Ileana, your host, signing off on yet another episode of Bump That. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to that video, blah, 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 add comments. We love to read your comments. I really, actually do love to read your comments, so please drop down comments down below. And we will see you guys in next week's episode. Bye-bye! No Game Awards for you.